Fuck Politics by the Amazing Atheist, September 4th, 2012. Great video. I've watched hundreds of thousands of videos on YouTube. This is definitely a keeper. This is definitely goes in the top 100 for videos that actually say something relevant, actually talk about reality and what really matters and the truth, and instead of fluffy distractions. Oh look, another girl dancing in her pajamas, or dancing in her underwear, or somebody getting hit, or, with a ball in the groin. Ron Paul, Dennis Kucinich. If the Republican Party actually nominated Ron Paul as their candidate for president, and if the Democratic Party actually nominated Dennis Kucinich as their candidate for president, and so it wasn't Romney against Obama, it was Ron Paul against Kucinich, it really wouldn't be much different of a puppet show. It would really be the same puppet show, no matter how much you want to believe in these two clowns. It would still be the same puppet show without the extra entertainment value of, oh look, this president is an African American, and this candidate is a Mormon. So we get this entertainment value and distraction value of the Mormon issue and the Negro issue. And we wouldn't have that with Ron Paul and Dennis Kucinich. But this whole Ron Paul mantra, for 5 years people have been going around spamming. Now, of course, it looks like a lot of people supporting Ron Paul, but it is, of course, a comment spamming activity. So the people that go around writing Ron Paul, a large portion of them are spammers who go around writing it thousands of times. So it does give the appearance, the illusion, that there's all kinds of people supporting Ron Paul, when in fact there's all kinds of comment spamming supporting Ron Paul, and it's a mantra. And most of them sincerely believe Ron Paul is going to save the world. Ron Paul is going to fix everything. Ron Paul, if he were the candidate, would not and could not fix everything, and he wouldn't want to anyhow. He's a fucking Republican, no matter what he wants to say. He's a fucking Republican, and then he went to be a libertarian because he thought, oh, well, that would give him a better chance, and then he went back to being a Republican. It's the same bullshit. Anybody in this generation who would go around being a politician and being a Republican is not to be trusted by anybody of intelligence and integrity. And this notion that Ron Paul has more integrity. No, if you had integrity, you wouldn't be a fucking Republican. You would have, if not been a Democrat, you would have gone off and been some other third party, but not the Libertarians, because the Libertarian is not a third party. It's just a partially formed Siamese twin of the Republican Party. A Republican switching over to Libertarian is not any kind of rebellion or switching over. It's just a matter of switching accounts temporarily. You can automatically switch back whenever you feel like it, as he did. So fuck Ron Paul, and people have this notion, oh, Ron Paul will be our savior, or a few of them, Dennis Kucinich will be our savior. They're a couple of fucking clowns. And this is the fucking notion that is dumb. That people think of that's dumb about fucking politics. People have this notion that, this personage will come, this character will come and save us. It's a messianic attitude. People are waiting for a fucking Messiah to come save us. And that's not what it's supposed to be about in American politics that we call democracy, even though it's not a democracy. It is a republic, and that's the whole notion of it. The republic means that some personage is going to come and represent us. We are not the government, but we can vote for our Messiah. our guru Messiah to come and be our representative and our hero, and then he's going to save our world for us. And it's never going to happen, because all of these alleged or self-proclaimed messiahs are false messiahs, because the whole concept of a messiah is a false concept. Nobody's going to fucking save you. You have to get involved and save yourself. You have to go out in usually the springtime. Don't stand around commenting and criticizing the candidates. Go to City Hall and take out nomination papers so that you can run for political office in your town, so that you can become the new. That would be democracy. You actually would become the government. Go in there and stop standing around on the sidelines criticizing and commenting and criticizing, but not, and talking about voting, and maybe you'll get really actively involved. You'll stand on a street corner holding a sign. Fuck all that shit. Go to City Hall, take out nomination papers yourself, go through all the fucking hoops to get yourself on the ballot, and you be the candidate, and you be the one that the newspapers and the televisions are asking questions and interviewing, and your opinion suddenly actually gets heard, not just as a YouTube rant that people will watch and say, yeah, it's a good video, man, I'm going to go watch some Leonard Skinner videos too. That entertained me for 4 fucking minutes. And then it's just forgotten. You go and you be the fucking candidate where your statements, your positions actually have an effect, because, for one thing, even if you lose the election, which is quite likely, at least during the election, during the campaign, you got to say what really mattered in the issues, and the fucking voters have had to. The voters cannot listen, but at least the fucking newspaper, the media, have to report at least some of what you say when you talk about the relevant issues, even though most of the time what they're going to do is go, oh, it's amazing how controversial what he said. It's horrible. Nobody should vote for this man because of these horrible controversial things that he said. At least they have to somewhat report those controversial things that you said to be able to convince people that what you said was controversial. And even then, even though the news media wants to try to slant everything so that what you actually said is not what they report you said, even so, to try to convince people that they must not vote for you because what you said was too controversial and non-mainstream, means that some of the voters are going to actually perk up and take an interest and say, wow, let me hear what it was he did say that was so controversial. And it's like free publicity. When they say any publicity is good publicity, the more the media try to slam you as being a freak and a rebel and a revolutionary and a radical and a conspiracy theorist, the more they try to do that, the more it's giving you, nonetheless, in spite of the media's intention, it's giving you that free publicity. So go out and get involved, not just from the sidelines, not as a critic and as a voter. Go out and be the fucking candidate and talk real sensible issues as a candidate. That's the only way. That's the only way you can prevent all the candidates from being the same corporate creatures that they are. If you're not a corporate creature, get in there and get playing in the game, and go play opposition. Go play opposition in the game. You have to get in the game. Standing around saying kill the umpire doesn't get you involved in the game.